But as you can see, our kids had other things in mind. But that's what we wanted to do. We felt we had a chance to stop them once we kicked it.
Good kick down to the 3-yard line.
A good effort here by Nat Brazil in number 87. Then Boyd got hurt and they put Nat in, and Junior did a nice job.
Grace King now with a 1st and 10 at the 29. And Coach, at this point, certainly the clock is not in your favor. You're trying to, you've got to drive 70 yards. You have 5 minutes left.
And we're trying to get past. I don't know if we get past midfield, we'll be okay. And we still had a lot of time, and we're trying to make some come back with a fellow sweep here. And,
good job by Joe Darborn there, finding out the block and making the play. Excellent job.
Really not. I didn't really want to give up anything negative down here because I knew with a opponent like we have, something happens. So we're trying to halfback pass again here. And kind of one of the only
that should have been intercepted. Yeah, we still hopping on that play yesterday. Should have been intercepted.
4th and 12 now for Grace King at their own 27-yard line.
All we need to do here is field the punt.
Maybe one of those kicks that are kind of hard to catch. And with our spread punt, we get our 2 wide guys down real good, and that feels right there to make the cover. Ball bounced right to him, but he was in good position.
The way that punt was diving, it might have been even better if they just hadn't touched the ball at all.
He was told to get away. Get away, get away, get away. But again, that's what Chisholm has been doing an outstanding job on y'all night.
That's right.
And, you know, once he started doing a pretty good job, it's kind of hard to back him off.
I think we went to the well on this one, but I think Maverick Charles did a nice job of trying to fake it, and then he didn't throw the interception.
2nd and 10 for King at the 47-yard line.
We got to get the sack there. We got to get the sack. He still danced around too long.
It could have been a bad play. He turned it into enough to where Corey comes with a big, Corey Cookman has a big pass right here. So Raymond Simmons with an excellent catch and good hard running here.
Big 3rd and 8 play, giving a Grace King a 1st down deep in Higgins territory.
And several turning points.
29-yard line.
Several turning points. That was a big one because it was 3rd and 8, and we needed the 1st down there. And ball kind of floated, but Raymond got up there and made a nice catch.
Well, you really had 2 in a row, you know, the fumble punt and then turn around the big 3rd down play. 2 right in a row.
Well, the fumble punt was fortunate, but, you know, it was a lucky bounce for us, but that was something we earned there. Because it got us downfield, and now we're feeling real good. And this is when we started talking about going for 1 or going for 2.
2nd and 6 at the 25.
And we're telling the kids that we're going to get in the end zone, and so we're going to make a decision. And by now, we've already made the decision to go for 2. Now, the play hadn't been figured out yet, but we did make the decision to go for 2.
Well, and in looking at that, before you go into overtime, or you score to tie the game or 1 point, but you have the momentum, sometimes it's better to go for 2 late in the game there than force it into overtime.
Well, it's a testament to Higgins because we didn't stop him in the 4th quarter, and we were starting to get banged up, and we didn't think we could really hang with him in the overtime situation offensively. I mean, defensively for us. And offensively, we've been moving the ball, and so that was the decision to go with it.
Yeah, well, that should have been intercepted.
Big defensive play, 3rd and 6 at the 13.
Did a good job here. 24, Nick Makowitz was open quicker. I think he hesitated just enough, but it was fortunate when they had the collision there that we get the pass interference.
Higgins flagged on the pass interference call, giving Grace King a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is one I still don't understand yet, and it wasn't explained to me properly.
Penalty on Higgins, making it a 1st and goal at the 3.
Another good, we went to the right side by Mike Klein, and here comes a 2-point conversion.
Full house backfield, option off the bad angle, option was not played properly. Ian again was inside, should have been the quarterback. He took a bad angle on the option.
And we've run that belly play, you know, thousands of times down there. I mean, we faked it, the quarterback faked it, and the fullback did a good fake. About 5 or 6 guys went at him. And
There's a replay of the touchdown.
And honestly, I didn't want to. I was hoping we could take a couple times to score because it's still 50-something seconds, 57. I'd really like it to have been about 20.
Grace King on top, 27-26. Higgins with one last opportunity.
We thought we would, we had a quarterback and offensive people on the sideline there. We thought we could still generate enough offense to get down the field and give our kicker a chance to kick it. If we had a chance to do that, we gave our quarterback 3 plays on the sideline, and he comes in and brings the team up in the huddle and kills 20 seconds. So now we're in pretty good. We got it with good return, and now we're just too late started.
1st and 10 at the 43.
That should have been intercepted. That bad throw. Should have waited just another second. Let him clear.
We're almost double covering Aaron Dubuque, trying to put as many people on him as possible. We couldn't cover him one-on-one.
2nd and 10.
This one should have been caught. That's the one he should have been caught.
Had 3 people around him, and Corey Cookman makes a nice play there. It was just timing was just perfect because he had his hands on the ball and made a nice play slapping the ball away.
We came back. We saw on the backside that our young kid was open. We come back and looked that way all the way, and then at the last moment, whip off to the left side. Game 1 right there. He drops the football.
And obviously, right here, we're telling them, you know, there's no way we should be getting beat deep in this situation, and so we put everybody back. And tribute to him on that play, we were double covering to the right, and then single coverage on the backside. He made a nice play throwing that ball back right there.
4th and 10 play.
And this is where we're not being in the situation where you're supposed to be, and not being used to being in a winning situation. At the end, you tackle them and try to keep them in bounds instead of butting them out of bounds with 2 seconds to go.
2
Give them
seconds.
this opportunity.
2 seconds left on the clock. He's got a chance at a 53-yard field goal.
And John is capable of hitting 53-yard field goals. He hit him in practice. We just haven't had the opportunity to use him very much this year. But he's capable of hitting a 50-yarder. So that's why I had no problem going. Well, when we got the penalty, I thought about coming back and running another Hail Mary. That's a little bit too long for him. And you find out now that it was about maybe 6-7 yards short, which was the penalty. So
62-yarder. Good
yeah,
effort.
good effort. He has to live to it.
And that play brings this football game to a close. Final score, Grace King 27, Higgins 26.
It was a very emotional victory for us. I mean, there was a lot of, we had some the down emotions the week before. We lost an extremely tough game to Ben Franklin, and this is a real big victory to come back. It's very, you know, we had fortunate plays, but I mean, sometimes you don't get those bounces all the way, and we feel really good about this victory.
Well, you had to, and certainly, you know, one that you know, your kids came back time and time again, and the same with Higgins. You know, came right back down to the last 10 seconds. This was anybody's football game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, we say this a lot, and I still like to say it. You know, that's what makes high school football as exciting as it is, and that's why I wish more people would take advantage of coming out and seeing these young men play on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday night, because they really are missing a great show.
The kids perform pretty well. You know, once they start to learn, like we say every week, it's just a matter of we are taking into consideration the 15, 16-year-old children, and they got to get ready. And once they decide to do what they got to do, then it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Well, both of you have big district football games coming up this week. Coach, you travel to Bertolino to take on Bonneville, who has got to be looking to rebound off a devastating loss to Errant last week, a game that I think was a real shocker with the final score.
Yes, yeah, we skied that game, and I'm taking the approach with my coaches that anytime they go hunting, you get a wounded bear, he's going to be in trouble.
Yes.
So we are going down ready to fight bear, and we have a game plan ready for them. If our kids do what we're supposed to do, we'll give them a pretty good football game.
Well, we wish you the best of luck over at Bertolino. And, Coach, you come right back and off this win, and you have West Jefferson Thursday night at Hoff Memphis Stadium, a team that with their win last week, and well, they had a bye last week, but with Bonneville's loss, has thrown them right back into the district race, and certainly King coming into this game on an upswing.
Well, everybody at the beginning of the year, well, only include myself, we kind of looked at the top three teams as Bonneville, EJ, and Eric, but you can never discount West Jefferson, and supposedly they're young,
right?
And but with the coaching staff they have, and Byron Jones is as solid a coach as there is, and he's a solid coach at Walker, and he has West Jeff playing every year, and he had an extremely tough schedule the first part of the season, which has prepared them now for this part of the season, the playoff crunch time, and they're going to be in there all the way. And they had a week off, got the injuries all taken care of, and that's going to be an advantage for them. And but I was extremely proud of the way our kids came back against Higgins, and I expect them to put a real good effort up against West Jeff, and we'll see what happens.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck in that ball game. Let's take a look at the individual standings from Week 7. In rushing, we have Robinson of Bonneville. In second place, we have Thompson of King, all in the top 10. In passing, you have Robinson of Errett, you have Petty of Higgins, and Hayes of Bonneville, all in the top 10 in passing. And in receiving, Wayne of Errett is number 1. You have Jordan of Bonneville, Dubuque of Higgins, Holmes of West Jeff, all in the top 10 in receiving after Week 7. In scoring, you have Wayne of Errett in second place, Robinson of Bonneville in the top 10 in scoring after Week 7. Scores from Week 8. It was Fisher, 21, Riverside, 54. John Errett, 54, Bonneville, 0. East Jefferson, 54, Riverdale, 7. In Week 9, we have St. Martin at Fisher. We have Grace King at West Jefferson, Higgins at Bonneville, and East Jefferson at Errett. The point after game of the week will be De La Salle versus Riverdale. Be played Friday night, October the 27th, 7 p.m. at Yenny Stadium. We hope all of you will come out and see this great high school football game. The standings in 8-5A after Week 8, Errett on top at 4-0, Bonneville, West Jefferson, East Jefferson, all at 3-1. Higgins 1-4, King 1-3, Riverdale 0-5. In 10-2A district, Riverside 3-0, St. Charles 2-0, Newman, Buras, and St. Martin at 1-1, Fisher 0-2. The player of the week from last week, Elvis Joseph, running back from Errett, rushed for 235 yards and 4 touchdowns, the Times-Picayune player of the week. Gentlemen, thanks so much again for being on the show, and best of luck to you in this next week's district ball game. This is Low Irvin for the Point After. We'll see you next week.